Hi, you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful August wherever you are, and I hope you're safe and sound and healthy. Um, and I hope that all your loved ones are safe and sound and healthy. All right, so coming to the reading, this is a pick a card reading as usual, and this time we are picking a card to see how the people in our life perceive us. So, right from your family to your friends to your work colleagues, or just your work environment, your boss, your colleagues, your subordinates, if in case you are somebody who runs their own outfit. All right, so we have three piles. Let's just dive into it. This is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. So just take some time, relax yourself, and pick a batch, pick a deck or a pile of your own choice. I will also be taking two oracle cards. One is an angel oracle card, just some added messages from your spirit guides and your angels who are looking after you, taking care of you, um, because they see things that you don't, right? And another oracle card from the Sai Baba uh, oracle messages. All right. So before we start, I hope you've chosen your batch and your pile, and let's get into it. Hi, batch one, pile one. Those of you who selected the first batch. So the first set of cards are going to be how your family perceives you. That's the Four of Cups. They feel that you're a little spoiled, or you just never, seize the opportunities in your life. The Queen of Swords and the Sun. All right, nice. They love you. That is for sure. Now, the next set of cards are going to be how your friends perceive you, how they see you. And you have the Hanged Man, the Two of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of glare here. Just gonna pan this down a little bit so we have a little space. Okay, and the third set of cards are how your workplace colleagues, how's your work environment, how they perceive you. You have the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Nice. So from your oracle cards, from Baba's oracles, Shri Baba oracles, you have surrender. Gracefully surrender to your masters and angels and let them deal with the current situation. And from your angel oracle, you're ready. All right, not bad, very nice. I like that. Just give me a moment. Let me see if I can adjust this just a tad bit. Okay, I hope this is clear. So, how your family perceives you, batch one, is that you come from a very well to do background, all right? And I mean, financially, monetarily, if that's not the case, you do come from a very secure and, loving and almost pampered uh, environment, household situation for you. You're probably the youngest in your family. You could be, or you could be the only child, and hence, being a little spoiled and pampered. Your family sees you as somebody who's never really happy with what you're being offered, you always want more no matter how much they provide, how much they give you. You're like a spoiled brat, basically. Keep in mind that your family has no love lost on you, but they do see you as a little spoiled. Like I said, you're just never happy with anything that you have. All right. um, for a lot of you, by the way, I do feel that you might be a Gemini. That might be a zodiac. All right. Some of you, not necessarily all of you. um, and but they also see you as somebody who's very intelligent. All right. You're very to the point, you're very blunt, you don't beat around the bush. uh, I have a very strong feeling that this batch, most of you are either the youngest or you're the only child. All right. And they do see you as somebody who's probably going to take over the family business, if in case, or even if not, you are someone who's very successful in their job. You have created a very you're somebody who's very good with what they do. You've probably even set up your own business and you're running it really well. You're the sole proprietor of it. You're very cutthroat to an extent. You're quite very professional. Um you're very good at what you do. When you step out of the house, that's how your family perceives you. And you're also the light of their life, your parents. All right, so to speak. As I said, that you're the ray of sunshine in their life. They love you, and you have brought your family a lot of happiness and a lot of love. um, and that's how they see you. You are somebody who brightens up the room when you walk into the house, or when you walk into a room uh, of your loved ones. So this is really nice. I think your family really your family is quite grateful and thankful for having you in their life. Okay, moving on to how your friends see you. So your friends, uh I'm getting a very best friend vibe here. I don't really feel like it's just you are somebody probably who doesn't have a very big friend circle. All right. You probably aren't very social, which I can see with the Queen of Swords. You are very selective about the friends you have. So I'm for some of you, it could be your best friend. This could be how your best friend perceives you. And your best friend perceives you as somebody who is you and this best friend of yours. All right, batch one, you have been together in very many lifetimes. You feel that kinship. You feel that you both are kindred spirits, and you feel that connect towards each other. So how your best friend perceives you is somebody who's very quirky, somebody who's very different, somebody who's very unique. All right. uh, but I think your best friend also does feel that you're a bit of a procrastinator at times. You're probably a little lazy at times because you have the Four of Cups too. um, but quirky is what I'm getting here. And the Knight of Swords, you also have the Queen of Swords. I'm getting a very strong Gemini vibe. So for those of you who chose this batch, please be kind enough to drop in a comment and let me know if you really are a Gemini, or a Libra, or a Leo. But a very strong Gemini vibe is what I'm getting here. You could be an Aquarius too. All right. um, so how your best friend sees you, all right, or how your very small clique of friends that you have, you probably are somebody who has a very tight group of friends. You're very few of you. Some of you is just you and your best friend, and for some of you, you're probably like 3 4 really good friends that you have in your lives, because like I said, you're very picky and you're very selective about whom you keep in your life. um they do see you as somebody who is very, who jumps first and then thinks, somebody who's a little brash and a little rash. You have a lot of energy, you're very intelligent. Like I said, your family thinks the same too. You're probably somebody who's very, very intelligent. You're very cerebral, you're very quick in your thinking. But all in all, they love you, all right? They adore you. And you have a very strong connection with your group of friends, guys. I must say that. You do. Now, coming to the third row, which is uh, how people perceive you at work. How people perceive you at work is somebody who is very good at investment. I think most of you could be bankers. You could be bankers. You could be running, something to do with funds and money. Um, like I said, some of you are probably a proprietor of your own firm, or you could be at a managerial position. You are someone who has a lot of bright ideas, very original ideas. You're very original in the way you think, and you're also very slow and steady. Surprisingly, at work, your friends see you as somebody who's very, quick and brash. Maybe in your social circuit, social life, you are probably are somebody who just, when you go out partying, you let your hair down. That's what the Knight of Swords says. But whereas at work, you're the Knight of Pentacles, which means you're very slow, you're very steady, you think things out, you don't jump to you don't jump to conclusions, you don't you like I said, you think and invest in things. You're also hardworking, you're very grounded, and you're quite good with you're quite good with ideas. You're very creative. Some of you could be in a creative field. Very imaginative, and basically, all in all, you're pretty good. They have a very, very they perceive you as a person who's dependable. That is also something that I'm getting. Dependable even with your friends, dependable even at work. And trust me, that is actually a very important trait to have uh, outside of your house. Now, coming to your angel oracle, it says you're ready, and Baba's oracle says surrender, which means that you have probably been working very hard, on something in your life, right? I feel this is work related, and while the angels are saying you're ready, Baba is saying surrender. So all the hard work that you have put in, just surrender now. Let it go. Gracefully surrender to your masters and angels, and let them deal with the current situation. So what are you working for, and you feel like you're done with it, you can't now, there's nothing more you can do. And that's what even the angels, and that's what even Baba is saying, that the ascended masters are saying that you're ready, don't worry, everything will fall into place. Now let them handle it, let them take care of it. You're putting in all the hard work, now just let go. All right, so yeah, that was your reading, batch 1. I hope you liked it, and I hope you resonated with it. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Drop in a comment if this resonated with you. If at all you would like to get a private session, one-on-one session, please do get in touch with me via WhatsApp, or you can just drop in an email, and the details will be shared with you from there. All right, thank you so much, batch 1. And now quickly moving over to batch 2. Hi, batch 2. For those of you who picked this batch, this pile, let's jump into your reading and see how people perceive you with your family. Oops. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Swords in reverse. I don't do reversals, but I took this in reverse. Six of Pentacles. Okay, you've been through a lot. This batch has been through a lot in their life, I must say. The Ace of Swords is how your friends, your close knit of friends, perceive you. Five of Cups. Like I said, you've been through something in the past. And the Ten of Pentacles. A lot of pentacle energy. You could be an earth sign. Those of you who chose this batch, you definitely could be an earth sign. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust the cards. Oops. Okay, now how do people perceive you at work? The Five of Wands. Lovely, we have a guest here. Sorry, Five of Wands. Nine of Pentacles. Lot of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. You guys are very good with money. You are very astute with money. So from your Baba's oracles, we have Master's Will. And be assertive. I don't think you have a problem with being assertive though, but let's see. Alright, maybe not. And that's why this oracle message popped up for you. Okay. Well, I hope this is clear enough. Okay, batch 2. So for you, what I see is how your family sees you is somebody who has been hurt a lot in the past. You're probably somebody you've been through. Okay, so again, batch 2 also, you come from a very well-to-do family for sure. Okay, you're somebody probably who has traveled a lot. For some of you, actually for everybody of you, your karma has been very, very heavy up until now, or you're still going through it. Although I feel like it's finishing, like one phase of your life, because this is the wheel of fortune, the wheel of karma. What goes, when things are up, they have to come down at some point, and vice versa. So I feel that now the wheel is turning in your favor, but you have been through a very, very heavy karma. All right, you have been stabbed in the back very many times. You're probably somebody, who's very you're a very balanced person, you're a very generous person, and probably that's why people stabbed you in the back. That's why you have been through a lot of hurt, you've been through a lot of pain. But the reason why, like I said, I don't do reversals, but when I was shuffling for you, this Ten of Swords, they fell in the reverse, so I chose to keep it that way, because anyway, even when this card comes out, it is a 10, which means you're coming to the end of a situation, a problem, a heartbreak, a difficult phase in your life. And when it comes in the reverse, you can see that it means the souls are coming out. They're falling off the person's body, they're falling off your body, they're falling off your back, which means that troubles are ending. So this is probably a past situation. This is what has happened, and this is how your family perceives you. So they perceive you as somebody who has taken a lot in their life, who has been through a lot in their life, but they're very generous, very giving. You are a very generous and giving person. You're a very stable person. You're a very balanced person. You're very good with money. There could have been issues with money where people cheated you, stabbed you in the back, and probably that's, of course, your family knows about it, and they feel that you've been through a lot. You could be the elder one in the family, or you could be the one who takes care of things in the family. How your friends perceive you is you have the Five of Cups, um, the Ace of Swords, and Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, so Ace of Swords talks about you're very good with information. You could be talkative. You could be somebody who's very good with their words. You're very clear in your speech. You're very clear with your ideas. You're very you're probably the one in your friend circle who is um, who makes all the plans. We all have that friend, right, who's always the one who takes the initiative to do things, and you probably are one of them, and that's how they see you. Then you have the Five of Cups, which means that your friends have been with you through your thick and thin, and they know that you've been through a lot emotionally. You've been through a lot, but they also feel that you you have this habit of crying over spilt milk. You still look back in the past, about all the hurt that you've been through. They feel like you've not gotten over the past because you're crying over spilled milk, but you don't realize that you still have a lot to look forward to. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles, which means this they look at you as somebody who has it all. You financially are very stable. Financially, you come from a very stable family, very stable background, very well to do. You have it all. You have a very steady family life, and that's how they look at you. You have a very happy family life. At work, how do people look at you at work? Again, I get a very strong earth energy over here. So you could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, alright, this batch, or you have a lot of earth energy in you. You're somebody who is very, you have, you're quite feisty and you're quite argumentative at work. You don't give in to things easily. You're somebody who questions people, when they put forth their ideas or anything at work, any sort of proposal at work. You brainstorm. You're somebody who brainstorms a lot. You like to have constructive mm, arguments, bickering, or like just constructive ideas about work. You're probably somebody who just doesn't take things at face value, that, oh, okay, because so and so said it, then I'm just going to agree with it. No, you you question them. You probably would even fight with them, and they feel like that's a little, probably people don't like to fight over certain things that they pitch, when they pitch ideas at work, and you just don't take it the way it is, and you question them, and it sort of tends to become a little argumentative. That's how they look at you. But they do see you as somebody who's very good with money. You're very astute with money. You're very good with bringing money into your work. So a lot of you could be bankers too, all right? And you also are somebody who works on their own. you know you are somebody who, like how they say in Hindi, ki suno sabki lekin karo apne man ki. You're that sort of a person, and you're very stable. You have achieved a lot on your own merit, and you're quite good at what you do, very comfortable with what you do. And like I said, that you're very good with money, you're very astute, you're very sensible with money matters, and you probably deal with a lot of money at work too. Alright, Bashtu, so that's how people perceive you in your life, your family, your friends, and people at your workplace. Now, coming to this, be assertive. Okay, for some of you, this also could be the case, because this be assertive has come. Probably they feel that you need to be more assertive at work. Maybe you're a little too nice, and probably because you're always somebody who just works by themselves and doesn't take help. And you probably are not assertive enough. Maybe that's why the Five of Wands has come here, that you need to be a little more assertive at work. You need to be a little more, you need to take charge at work. I Probably people at your workplace think that you're too good and you're too nice and you don't take charge of things. I don't see it affecting you in any way. I think you're doing pretty good by yourself, however you're working. But yes, you maybe, because of everything that you've been through, because you also have the Five of Cups, maybe you have this habit of being a little melancholic, and you live in the past, and you need to stop doing that. You need to take charge and be assertive. And then you have Master's Will. So whatever you have been through in your life, Baba is saying that, whatever you are going through is happening with your Master's Will. Go through it with a smile. So whatever you've been through, whatever you're going through, Baba is also saying the same thing, that, and hence be assertive, that it's happening because of your Master's Will, your ascended masters, your spirit guides. You chose to go through these problems, these things in your life, right? We all do. We cry once we take birth, and when we are going through a lot of problems, we think that all these problems have been piled on us because we don't deserve it. We're nice people, sure we are, but then we don't realize that we charted out our own life for this lifetime before we took birth. So it's not just Master's Will, but it's also your will. So you need to let go, and you just go through whatever problems you're going through in your life with a smile, because it'll come to an end. It'll finish. When you learn your lesson, everything will fall into place. And I see that happening with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. All right. So batch 2, you're a bunch of nice, good human beings. I have to say that, but you also have very heavy karma from your past life. That's exactly why this card came. In fact, I do remember I picked this card, wanted to come out, but another card came out with it which said karma. And you have the Wheel of Fortune, which also talks about a very, very heavy karmic cycle. So whatever you're going through is all your karma. You chose to go through these problems and these hurdles and such phases and situations, people hurting you, backstabbing you, but then that's okay, because that's how we learn, that's how the soul grows. And as tough and difficult it might look now, right now, today, it'll pass. All right, everything will come to an end, everything will get better. And your soul grows, you grow spiritually, and when you learn that, then everything falls into place, and you realize when you get out of the situation. And I do see you coming into a very balanced state of mind, and emotionally, physically, you'll be very balanced. I do see you being very happy with your family. If you're married, you're not, in the future, this is what I see for you. So don't worry about anything. All right, so batch 2, this was your reading. I hope you liked it, and I hope it resonated with you. Please do drop in a comment, and do let me know what your zodiac sign is, and if at all a majority of you are earth signs, do let me know about that too. If you would like to get in touch with me for a private reading, you're most welcome. You can get in touch with me on WhatsApp or via email. The details will be given in the description box below, of course, and we'll take it from there. All right, thank you. Moving on to batch 3. All right, those of you who chose batch 3, I know there's a bit of a glare. I'm trying my best for you to see the cards clearly. So the first bunch of cards are how your family perceives you. So Knight of Wands, the Hermit, right from Knight of Wands to Hermit, and the Two of Cups. Nice. So somebody else got Two of Cups. I think batch 2 or batch 1. Yeah, I think batch 1 got Two of Cups. How your friends perceive you, Three of Swords. Ooh, heartbreaker. I think this batch, you are a bunch of very good looking people who break hearts behind them as they go. The Tower. See? Batch 3, you have a very magnetic personality, I must say, and the devil. Oh, you definitely have a very, very addictive, and you are a very magnetic person. You attract people. King of Wands, you definitely attract people. Um, ew. King of Wands, Princess of Swords, very dynamic energy I'm getting, and the King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, I'm getting very strong Earth energy, Virgo energy, Capricorn energy, and Leo, Sagittarius, um, and Aries energy. Okay, from Shri Baba Oracle cards, we have serving the needy and recovery from your angel oracles. Okay, recovery from what? I don't know. You would know better. Maybe some of you are recovering from some sort of an ailment. It could be even some of you are suffering from COVID. I hope not. But if at all, you're recovering. So, good news. Alright, so let's jump into the reading. I know it's not. Okay. Let's start with how your family perceives you. You're very fiery, you're very dynamic, you're very attractive, you're very impulsive. Your family sees you as somebody who's very impulsive. That is what I'm getting with your batch. You're very, very impulsive in nature, or you have been as a youngster. Maybe right now you're probably in your early 30s, mid 30s, or more. But your basic nature is somebody who's very fiery, full of energy, very passionate, but also a little a little impulsive and flighty. All right, but you're also somebody who's very you're very introspective. There are times when you just sort of you like to take some time off at times, and just go into a little hermit mode. You do that probably from time to time, just to introspect, probably to just sort of cool off because of this Knight of Wands energy that you have, where you're here and there and everywhere, and you're doing a lot of things, you're with a lot of people, partying a lot, and then suddenly you just go into this hermit mode. you know yeah, I do feel like you sort of you swing between like two energies, because you also have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. While the King of Pentacles is a very grounding and stable energy, the King of Wands is a very fiery and passionate energy, right? So you have the tendency to be this and that, and when this kind of sort of tires you out, being in the Wands energy, the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands, you go into this King of Pentacles energy, the Hermit, the Virgo energy, of being very quiet and very, very reticent, and you just go within yourself. You're also somebody who's very knowledgeable, you're somebody who's very well read, you're somebody who has a lot of know-how about things. Alright, you're not just somebody who likes to party and have fun, which you do. You know how to do it really well. Your friends also look at you the same way with the Devil card. Um, and you have the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups talks about you're somebody who's very emotional, you're somebody who's very loving, you're somebody who's also, you're someone that who, if you find that perfect mate of yours, you will be bound for eternity with this person. That's how your family sees you. I think you probably have not yet met that person. You've not met, but because your family knows you really well, they know that the moment you find your mate, you find that soulmate or that twin flame, or just that one person who sort of gets you and you get them, you will be theirs for life. You have the capacity and the capability to be emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually very loyal to one person. They also see you as a loyal person any which way. All right, Some of you could be doctors. I do get a very strong doctor vibe here. Some of you could be doctors. Some of you could be, in the healing fields, any kind of healing. I don't really get spiritual healing here much, but definitely, a doctor or something to do with healing people, treating people, helping people, because you also have recovery. So probably the recovery here talks about that you're a doctor and you're helping people recover. Maybe you've been worried about because of the COVID situation. Maybe you have been sort of worried about it, and that is what that's what they're saying. Also, you have serving the needy. So for those of you who chose this batch are definitely doctors, and Baba is telling you that you need to serve the needy too, because there are people who are not financially capable enough to take care of them in this time of need of COVID, and they're dying and they're losing lives, and you know how it is. So your ascended master or your ascended masters are telling you that serve the needy. Don't think about money and finances and all of that. Just help, because there's a reason why you became a doctor, and this is the reason. Okay, now recovery and serving the needy kind of makes sense to me. Yeah, so they see you as a very loving and capable person. They see you as somebody who's very, you're also a little, like I said, impulsive and flighty, or you were as a youngster. For those of you who are still in this age bracket of between teens and early 20s, or in your 20s, you will eventually get there. And when you eventually get there, some of you are probably even learning medicine, you're studying medicine, you will be becoming doctors. So when you do, remember to serve the needy. How your friends see you, and I think that's also again where recovery comes into play, is the Three of Swords, the Tower, and the Devil. So how your friends see you as is, you have a very addictive personality, for sure. Okay, so there are many scenarios which I'm going to now put forth. Three of Swords is somebody, your friends see you as a heartbreaker. You're very good looking, you're very dynamic, extremely hot and sexy is the vibe that I'm getting from you. That's how they see you, that's how your friends perceive you. All right, you probably also have these three friends who are really close to you, or you're a group of three people. They see you as somebody who is quite passionate, very impulsive. The Tower talks about being impulsive. You're somebody who just suddenly, you'll get a brainwave and you'll do something. You do things that they wouldn't even expect from you. Or it could also be that, like I said, that you were three friends and something happened very suddenly and this relationship kind of crumbled down. You and your two other friends, maybe something has been happening or something happened, and you guys kind of, you got into a fight, an argument about something which broke all your hearts. There was a no-win situation, to be very honest, over here. Or probably your friends think that you were the one who manipulated them. All right, that is one. The second bit is, because we have the recovery card, the second bit is that okay, so this the first one, the first scenario that I gave you, that you, the three friends, like including you had a fight, and you all three of you are heartbroken, and they probably think that you're the cause, which probably you might have, I'm not sure. But I see recovery, which means probably all three of you are recovering from this heartbreak, from this dejection that you felt with each other, and that is coming to an end. So you will get back together, because you're best friends, you're meant to be together. You have a very addictive personality. Probably it could also be that you got into this could be a past situation for some of you. This was when the Knight of Wands situation, where the three of you probably could have got into substance abuse as youngsters, and things came crashing down, crumbling down, because maybe you lost a friend of yours, or maybe you were the one who kind of forced them, persuaded them to try substance abuse of some kind, and it didn't really, pan out very well for one of you, or for both of them, or all three of you, and something happened and things just came crashing down, like your friendship came crashing down. Guys, please take it as it resonates. I'm just giving you different scenarios, what I see in the cards. There could also be a situation wherein you were in a very codependent sort of a relationship, uh, and you had heartbreak because things came crashing down in your life, and you've been recovering from that heartbreak. That's how your friends see you, because you also have the Two of Cups here. So I don't really feel like you are somebody who could be a very, you're not a bad person per se, but when you're young, you're immature, and you do things that you regret later in life. And I feel something like that happened because you see from the Knight of Wands, your family is seeing you going into that hermit mode, is probably because of everything that you did, whatever the situation was that happened when you were young, sort of made you introspect, go into this hermit mode, and introspect as to what happened and why this happened, why did you do what you did, and repenting and gaining wisdom from your mistakes, making sure that it never happens again. This could also be a best friend situation that I'm talking about, where you probably, without even thinking, did something to your best friend that was not in the you know uh, it wasn't the right thing for them. You did it anyway and things came crashing down. Or, like I said, it could be that you're nursing a heartbreak. You were in a very addictive, very, codependent, unhealthy relationship that came crashing down, and you're recovering from it, and that's how your friends look at you. Guys, always remember that we all make mistakes when we are young, but we grow up, we grow older, and we realize how people see you at work. How people see you at work is you are very good at communicating, you're very good with, you're a very blunt person at work, you don't beat around the bush, you are very good with you're very, tech savvy kind of a person. People depend on you for that. You're probably somebody who runs their own outfit, you run your own firm, your own business, or you are at a very, very high, you know, managerial position. You're the boss man, the boss woman. You're very grounded, you're very good with money, you're very intelligent, you're very smart, you're very passionate, you're very fiery about what you do. You are a go-getter at work. You are somebody who knows what he or she is doing, and people definitely look up to you guys. For some of you, you could be like, you could be surgeons, you could be heart surgeons, you could be just general surgeons too, but probably for those of you who are doctors, you could be surgeons of whatever kind. This could also be a situation where surgery went wrong and you sort of blame yourself for what happened, and that's what your friends are looking at you. That you're somebody who takes decisions like that, and probably you repented it, and that's what you're recovering from. I mean, like I said, just please, if it's not resonating with you, you don't have to take it too seriously. I'm telling you what I'm reading and the messages that are coming across to me by these cards, because please keep in mind, these are general readings. I'm not crucifying anybody. You did not pick these cards for yourself. All right, so these are very general energies. So yeah, all in all, what I do get is you're a very, very dynamic and strong personality, guys. All right, so recovery is whatever you have to recover from. All the various permutations and connotations that I gave you about what the situation, how people perceive you as, If you're going through a heartbreak, then recovery is on the way. It will happen. If it's you being ill, recovery is on the way. If you're a doctor, then your patients are definitely recovering. If there's some sort of a surgery that went wrong, don't worry, recovery is coming. If at all it was about substance abuse that you're worried about and somebody OD'd, overdosed, and don't worry, recovery is on the way. And you blame yourself for it, well, it's all right. Everybody makes mistakes, all right? Everybody has those days, so it's all right. Things happen. But how you can atone for these mistakes and your follies, for the lack of better judgment, Baba says serving the needy. Seva and charity are the surest way to achieve soul growth. So, guys, whatever you have done in the past, whatever mistakes you have done in the past, knowingly, unknowingly, that's all right. Baba says that serve the needy, and that's the best way for your soul to grow and to atone for your sins. Do it selflessly, seva and charity. Anything that is done without a motive behind it, which is done selflessly, which is done without any agenda, is the best way for a soul to grow. Oops. That was strong. What the message that came across for sure. Alright guys, batch 3, I hope you like this reading. I know it was a little heavy for you, right? But like I said, that's all right. Things happen, or mistakes are made knowingly, unknowingly. The point is that we have to learn from it, and we have to realize where we went wrong, and we have to correct it. And luckily for you, your ascended masters are with you, guiding you, helping you. So you don't have to worry about anything. Just pay attention and pay heed to what's being said here. Because sometimes our ascended masters get through to us in mysterious ways. It's never direct. Maybe they can't get through to you because right now you're not in that frame of mind, and so the best way for them to do that is through these random tarot readings that you come across on the net. All right, so please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, guys. And if you like this reading, do let me know in the comments section below. If you would like to get a detailed one-on-one personal reading, please do get in touch with me via WhatsApp or via email. The details will be shared with you from there. And what else? Please do subscribe to my channel if you like my readings. I will be coming up with a lot more. So until then, take care, God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.